My visibility is important, that people recognize me is a desire of the professional, not the artist. Artist is enjoying the fact that he has such variety to offer and I'm able to do these things. And I enjoy it thoroughly. Back in 2010, 12, if I'm not wrong. And I'd taken my family out, was very happy that I'm finally doing the film. We had gone out for a dinner, and while we are sitting having dinner, I get a call from the production, and I step out, and I was told that I'm replaced. Okay, just 2 days before I'm supposed to fly down. Now, I over a period of time realized that I could easily deal with it, but my parents could not because they would get affected. They are the ones who are actually bearing the storm outside from the world because they are asking, "Kya beta kya kar?" All these situations when the friends and family have gone to the theater to watch the film and the poster is being pulled down, of course it affects me that I've put 3 years into it and all of that. But looking at their faces makes you, it's tough for them. But at the same time, today they are extremely happy and it gives me great pleasure. Honestly, for me it's next project, next project, next project, and for them it's being able to stand now with pride and say, "Mera beta."
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into peepingmoon.com and let's talk today with the Majnu, who is soon going to hop on the train from Dongri to Dubai. But in meanwhile, there was this lot of rush for which we have to stop him, sit him down with, and talk about. Hi Avinash.
Hi Ankita, how are you?
I'm good. Avinash, first things first. If I have to start with the most idiotic question per se, what should I say? 15 years in the entertainment industry, or should I not take the years of your short films in account and just start with a career from the Laila Majnu days?
I don't know why it should be not taken into account. It's the time that I have been acting. I don't know about the industry and how one should look at it, but I've been acting for almost 18 years now. I started in 2003. When I was doing my engineering, I took up acting and I was doing theater and was working with Mr. Om Katare at Kriti Theatre. And from there on, I decided to train myself. I went to New York, did my training there, came back and thought that the world was waiting for me. Uh, Unfortunately, it took a lot longer than what I thought it would. But it's been quite an engaging journey for me. It's been every year has been a small step, but it's been a small step forward. And ideally, that's what I would want all my life. I would want to take these steps forward. As long as I'm moving ahead in my life, it's all good. It's all great.
But Avinash, isn't it at times that when these small steps can also start pinching you that I'm just a little too small because the journey is huge. There is a huge field to encompass. There's this huge ground to cover. Do you think that it's sometimes a little too late to reach a destination?
I don't even know what the destination is, very honestly. I really don't have an idea on it. I just know that this is what I wanted to be. A 19-year-old boy thought that he wants to be an actor. What's the reason for it? I still don't know. I really still inquire it myself. What was the reason for me to, for someone to come from a conventional background who's, I mean, I'm from Bihar and, conventional people from Bihar would be doing competitive exams. And that's the family background that I come from. To finally decide that he wants to be an actor, I really don't have an answer to. I decided that, and I remember saying it to my family at that point of time that I'm fine being an extra on a film set or a junior artist, in due respect to them. But just that, conventionally they're not considered to be one a job profile that one would aspire. But I was fine being that as long as I was acting. I don't even know where did the love from acting come from because it's really something that just happened to me.
Do you remember there was any film, anything you saw which left an imprint in your mind? Because you answered my question even before I could ask that. How did it started? Something which left some lasting impression on you.
When I say this, it's really funny. It sounds so silly that I don't really talk about it.
Go on.
It's almost like I mean that was the time when I was by myself for the first time in my life. I always had a very sheltered life with my family and my parents around. And when I started doing engineering is when I actually had time by myself. I started staying in a hostel. And I asked myself, what do I really want to do in life? And what am I good at? That was the most pertinent question. And for some reason, because I was good at extracurricular activities in school, and house captain and all of that, and I was taking parts in everything that was possible. Uh, there were these positive feedbacks about the fact that I could be an actor. Also, when you're a tall 6 feet guy, gora chitta ladka hai, to matlab,
actor lagta hai. That's how it goes.
These are such myths, and anyone who's listening to this and wants to aspire to be an actor just because of these things, please, मैं हाथ जोड़ के आपसे request करता हूँ, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी ना करें, because these are things, and they are the people who really मतलब आपकी जिंदगी खराब करने में सबसे बड़ा हाथ उनका ही होता है.
लगा देते हैं अच्छे से line.
So I think those things somewhere stayed with me. तो मुझे लगा कि शायद मैं भी ये कर सकता हूँ. और उस वक्त मेरे साथ ये था कि I could cry on count, like मुझे लगता था ये सारे एक्टर्स तो ग्लिसरीन लगा के करते हैं. मैं तो I was just मुझे लगता था कि इतना मैं कर सकता हूँ, and I'm the best actor around. So that was the basic starting point for me. My cousin sister was studying with me at that point of time, and I went to her. She was the first one I told that I want to be an actor. And I remember we were watching this film, Beautiful Mind, and she said, if you can do something like this, तब actor बनने के बारे में सोचना, वरना please don't even think of it. I was this 97 kg fat boy. I was really fat as growing up. So everything was against the idea of me wanting to be an actor. But yeah, I decided to jump in on it, and then I decided to train myself. That was most important. I think I said, मैं engineering छोड़कर acting करने नहीं पहुंच जाऊंगा, मैं जाकर acting की पढ़ाई करूंगा. So that's what I did. I started doing theater. I went to Delhi, did my training with Mr. Barry John, and I went to New York, did my training there from New York Film Academy. Came back, and like I said, I thought the world would be waiting for me, but yeah, it's been a long journey since then. Yes.
I remember when like it was not also to hai mera Sunday for me. I noticed you. I should not be lying about that. It was definitely Laila Majnu, which was very intriguing because this new age Laila Majnu story. That was the first time I remember I saw you on a poster, and I'm like, okay, this is the boy. The film opened, it got rave reviews. I still remember there was a lot of praise. There was a lot of good vibes going around. Do you think that one particular break did help you to break the ground as well, to break the barriers of, getting even better roles? Or it also somewhere became rather more difficult because a one film, as we say, just doesn't help you to, break through the window or break through the ceiling. People say it's easy, kya re, ek hit diya to ab sab theek ho jayega. But I think it's rather more difficult because how to keep up the hype with that one particular one hit?
I mean, what Laila Majnu did for me, very honestly, I mean, apart from all the other work that I've done, which I think are equally, I'm equally proud of all of them. But I think what Laila Majnu kind of disappeared in 3 days. It released on Friday, and by Sunday, I remember I'd gone with my family to IMAX close by where I stay, and I'd taken my friends and family together to watch the film. And they were pulling down the poster of my film on Sunday. It was really not a sight that I want to see ever in my life after putting 3 years into the film. But having said that, once the film came on OTT, it kind of kept growing from there. And now that post Laila Majnu, everyone was wanting to work with this guy. It again came down to me going and testing for the film and auditioning. But what it really did was people who had seen it or people who wanted to work with me saw that there is potential in this guy to hold the film on his own and take it on his own shoulders. I think that was very important, and that's a big achievement that happened post Laila Majnu. That people thought that he was capable enough to carry a film on his shoulders as an actor, not as a star, which is a long journey for that. But I think that is what Laila Majnu did for me. Beyond that, I still had to go and test. I tested for Bulbul. I tested for The Girl on the Train. The only person who did not test me was Karan Johar. But rest, all the people that I've been working on or working with have tested. अब जाकर थोड़ा काम आ रहा है, which is coming just for you and the credibility that you have earned as an actor over the years. But yeah, I mean, लैला मजनू ऐसा नहीं था कि लैला मजनू आते ही मुझे सब लोग साइन करना
Exactly. Because that's what I say कि लोगों को लगता है कि एक अच्छी फिल्म एक अच्छा रिव्यू मैन, you know, the floodgates of offer open, but the more people I talk to and the more people I've spoken to in this segment, the one thing which at least I can recollect is that a big film, of course, good word or you know reviews are good, but that's just the beginning. It's like कि बस आप audition tape की जगह अपना film recommendation दे सकते हैं कि आप मेरा film देख लीजिए. Is it true?
मुझे इसमें एक जो थोड़ी चीजें अलग हैं और आप भी देखेंगे तो समझेंगे. If your film gets a huge reach, and when I say that, it's you know, in the industry there are few power centers and they make sure that the film gets a huge reach on theaters because
it's a theatrical success in simple layman terms.
Not necessarily a theatrical success, but you know, once it's released, the reviews might not be great or even they are not acknowledged. But yeah, maybe that's what theatrical success is, that eventually because it got a lot of noise and buzz, the people who went and saw it, and because you are able to develop that kind of reach, films come more to you because of the fact that you have that kind of reach. And tomorrow, if I do a film with you, the possibility of having that reach or me benefiting from the reach still exists. So that never happened. I don't really think that I have done any work which has really reached out to the country, or I can't even say the word. But yeah, I think that's where most of the actors, when you're talking about and you're talking to, and they say कि film तो release हो गई लेकिन उसके बाद कुछ और नहीं मिला, वो इसीलिए क्योंकि वो reach नहीं मिली. लोगों ने तारीफ कर दी तो फिर उसके बाद ये रहता है अच्छा एक्टर है यार, but then you still want to safeguard your investment. So those complications are there. Thankfully, the world is opening for me now. I can honestly, I need to be grateful for that too, and that things have started to open up, and I can't keep just complaining.
And this is not about complaining because आपने एक बहुत अच्छी चीज बोली. I did read it somewhere, so you anyhow brought it up, so I'll bring it up. That Karan never auditioned you for Ghost Stories. You got the part at that time. You and Brunal, because it made a lot of noise that Karan Johar is ready to direct two people who could have, as we say, the industry says, he could have picked any, you know, a star face or a star thing. Do you think Ghost Stories at that point, when Netflix or when OTT platforms were just beginning to grow up, we were not in the lockdown where we exactly saw the boom of it. It came at a time where, and on top of it, Bulbul. I'll just join the question with it because Bulbul just came when we were not even imagining the lockdown would become like this long. Yeah. That these two films, these two projects ended up putting you genuinely on a map of filmmakers, and you know, in the position where they could sit up, know your name, talk about your craft, and take it ahead. Were these the two particular points? Should we take it that way?
I honestly signed Dongri before Ghost Stories or Bulbul came out. I signed it in 2000. The problem is the lockdown has happened and we haven't really been able to shoot anything. I signed most of the projects. The only one that I signed recently was something that I signed after the lockdown, because before that there were two projects which I had signed before Bulbul or Ghost Stories came up. I haven't really seen any major benefit out of them being on OTT until now. But I think what it has done is added to the credibility of the actor.
I think it has also widened the reach in a manner where people could see your work, which normally, as we just saw that in theaters, if there is no buzz around it, they don't want to hold on to the film and wait for it to perform.
I think what is very interesting here is also something that I am trying to understand now in my career is I've seen people sitting right next to me while I'm doing Dongri who have seen Bulbul but not recognized that I was in Bulbul. People who have, I won't say Laila Majnu, but people who have seen just say the trailer of the film and they say, yeah, I've seen, yeah, ek ladka hai. And I'm sitting right there.
I am the ladka.
And earlier it would bother me, but I have also started taking it as a compliment that I look extremely different in every part that I'm able to create a certain variety which I say is my versatility, and I can keep boasting about it. But that's what I have right now, because when people don't recognize you, this is what you'll say. Arey, मैं इतना versatile हूँ यार, लोग मुझे पहचान ही नहीं पाते, मैं इतना.
But doesn't it pinch at times that we can become very frivolous with just passing on a compliment and not realizing that the birth of an artist in that particular moment, and it can be also equally, I wouldn't say heartbreaking, but tough, that the struggle to put across yourself just as an actor out in the world can be really, really long.
I think, Ankita, I've really thought of it in two ways. There's an artist and there's a profession. Okay? And I think with every passing day, I keep saying this to myself that I need to find a balance. My work needs to be personal, but I cannot take my profession personal. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are making a lot of sense here, that you just can't take it home and every day just
people will have opinions, and for the 15 years that I wasn't getting any work, I won't say I wasn't getting any work. I was getting decent amount of work, but not the
work. Yeah,
world didn't have the eyes on it,
Yeah.
So there were people who were opinionated, who thought that probably I didn't deserve it, and they were right in their own ways of thinking in how they were looking at it. Today, the same people probably have turned and want to offer you work. And their opinions have changed, and this is time bound. It might change again in next 2 years. These things will happen. So that's a professional part of it. And I really need to make a balance with that. When I say my visibility is important, that people recognize me, is a desire of the professional, not the artist. Artist is enjoying the fact that he has such variety to offer, and I'm able to do these things, and I enjoy it thoroughly. But as a professional, I do understand that there is a value to the fact that people recognize you. अरे ये तो वो है, 5 लोग आकर आपके सामने आवाज करें, और जो हंगामा, or whatever people say is a buzz that people create. People who have seen my work, they obviously create a buzz. They have a likening towards you, but that needs to happen for you to grow as a professional as well. When there is a certain kind of visibility that already exists, there is certain reach that already has happened. Filmmakers will be more confident to reach out to you. They're happy with the artistry that you have, but also as a professional, they find it more feasible to come and work. So these are things that I'm working on. Just very simple, very basic.
Avinash, this particular part when you told me that when you enter the theater on a Sunday and you saw that the film poster was being pulled down at the point of Laila Majnu, it just strikes me that we don't talk about how exactly mentally, considering we're discussing the term of an artist, can affect an artist, that a labor of love, which you particularly, I would emphasize on the fact that it was not handed on to you on a platter. It took you almost a decade to land a role which you thought would be the break point, and even the world could see you, as we have been discussing. But when you reach there and you have your family with you in that very particular moment, but it can't culminate that way, does it mentally breaks you down at a point where you start doubting your choice, that you are really in the right space or not? Because I was talking to Akshay bro, he said me a very good thing, that it's very easy for people to now say that I am Akshay Kumar of web and I'm doing great content and everyone recognizes me, but nobody sees those 11 years where every time I had to go on audition and tell them that, hey, that's me, like मैंने ये film किया है, मैंने ये show किया है, that it really does hits you, even if we don't talk about it, but it does.
I think the fact that one sustained it himself for 15 years, all these phases must have come several times. It's not the first time that you see a failure or you see that you're rejected, or and which is why I really respect actors a lot, because I think this is one of the only professions, I can't say only, but probably one of the professions that you get face rejections on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think every Friday is like, you just have those 6 days of holding your heart, and on the 7th day, it's a Friday, your world can change.
It doesn't bother me now. I don't think Fridays bother me, very honestly, because after my feeling is, ये film चले नहीं चले, इसके बाद काम मिलेगा या नहीं, because that's, you've been working on survival. Your idea is कि next काम क्या है, what am I getting, ये film कैसे चलेगी, मैंने जितना मेहनत करनी थी कर दी, this was in my control, this is what I could do, you have done it, and it's beyond you now. So I think that learning has happened over a period of time. But what really happens is, I mean, also the times I remember I'd signed a film, I won't take names. And 2 days before I had to fly, I'd taken my family out. This is back in 2010, 12, if I'm not wrong. And I'd taken my family out, was very happy that I'm finally doing the film. We had gone out for a dinner. And while we are sitting, having dinner, I get a call from the production and I step out. And I was told that I'm replaced. Okay, just 2 days before I'm supposed to fly down. Now, I over a period of time realized that I could easily deal with it, but my parents could not because they would get affected. They are the ones who are actually bearing the storm outside from the world because they are asking, "Kya beta kya kar raha hai?"
Exactly.
You know, they are the ones dealing with it. So I just had to be better. You know how it is conventionally कि actor बन जाते हैं तो अरे वो तो नालायक हो गया है. You know, there are certain ideas that people
The
have.
certain idea in society you just can't change overnight.
Yeah, you can't change, and I kind of I enjoyed it because it took away that kind of responsibility from me. कि अच्छा मैं नालायक हूँ तो ठीक है मैं हूँ मैं. But they were the one bearing the storm outside. So I used to feel more for them. All these situations when the friends and family have gone to the theater to watch the film and the poster is being pulled down. Of course, it affects me that I put 3 years into it and all of that. But looking at their faces makes you, it's tough for them. But at the same time, today they are extremely happy and it gives me great pleasure. Honestly, for me, it's next project, next project, next project. And for them, it's being able to stand now with pride and say, "Mera beta." That's the achievement that I have, to be honest.
Avinash, you're not chasing stardom, then I should say, because you have repeatedly focused on the fact that what's next is the thing which keeps you going on. That what's next? What's after I completed this one particular thing? So should I say that Avinash is rather not chasing stardom and
how do you define stardom? How do you define stardom?
You know the cliche term of so-called
stardom. So you would understand that I don't really follow cliches.
So I think I got my answer.
I question them.
That's what I've asked people because unfortunately in today's time, or fortunately also, the definition of stardom has started finally. I have said this is chink in the armor, if I would have to say it. People are genuinely not looking to be this pan-India, though I think maybe many of us, example, I'm saying the actors maybe do desire that, okay, I'm recognized by all and I'm recognized by the world. But then I've been speaking to people and they're more inclined towards doing the work. They're really, really keen that people should know them.
I'll add to that. I am very, very keen. I think this is one opportunity. This is one time in our lives. This is something for this generation of actors, and it wasn't probably there for actors of the earlier generation. Was still working, but still, the fact that let's say on OTT, a film can reach to 190, 200, 240 countries. This was never a case earlier. I look at it and I say, this is my opportunity to reach out to the world, not just my country. So if that is stardom, I am looking at it. I am craving for it. I want to reach to the world and showcase my work. There is a lot of angst for it. But that's not the only thing that अगर वो नहीं हुआ तो मेरी जिंदगी खत्म है. I truly live for it. I think stardom, let's say for theater, and let me try and define it, would be someone who gets the audience to the theaters to watch them. People leave their comfort spaces, go and pay money to go and watch you. On an OTT platform, a star would be someone who engages the audience, doesn't let them go to somewhere else because there's so much content available.
Yeah, he doesn't pause you middle way when you might be performing one of your best scenes in that particular part.
And he's able to stop you from going somewhere else and stay with you. That's great stardom for me on OTT. So the definition of it would keep shifting and changing. Having said that, I wouldn't deny that I want it. Why wouldn't I want it? I'm putting it every effort that I can. Why wouldn't I desire the audience to come and watch me in the theaters? I would want that. I would want people to come and see and watch my work in the theaters. And I definitely want it. But one small step at a time. That's, I truly, मुझे नहीं लगता लोग कहते हैं जिंदगी में.
Honest. You've been very, very honest with me because normally I get an answer which हमें ये नहीं चाहिए, but you are putting it out there that yes, I yearn for it and yes, I want it.
keep saying this. My ambitions are bigger than anyone else's that I see around. I keep saying, "Tumhare sapne hai, meri bhook," and I wanted that back. But I have my ways. I have my own way of doing it. I want to find my own. I don't want to follow the template that exists, the cliches that exist. And hopefully, like how things opened up for me much later in life, it will happen. It has only added to my belief that it.
Avinash, I just stumbled upon, I should not be lying, and it completely wiped out from mind that yes, I did saw you in youth. Yeah, because at that time having Amitabh Bachchan on TV was a huge deal. Like Amitabh Bachchan doing a show was a big thing. And as you said, that the recall value, and I went back and I'm like, oh yes, I did saw you in that particular show.
Wasn't bad. I wasn't bad.
No. And I was coming to that when you might would have signed that back in 2013, 2014, if my memory serves me right. You must have thought this is like, I'm hitting the peak. I'm hitting the peak. Like this is it. But from then to now, how you evaluate Avinash as a performer, as an actor? Because you really started out big, if I should be putting it that way. You're having a Mr. Bachchan on a TV frame, and you are bang opposite doing one of the most prominent roles. From there to now, where people know your name, people know the work you do, how you encompass this?
I think I really can't judge myself as an actor. Though I want to be self-aware, I know that I have improved. But what has really changed is very difficult for me to right now analyze. Though I would want to keep that process going on. I know a lot of actors say they don't want to look back at their work and how they've improved, but I think it's just very normal thing to do. How you have improved to really working on it. My only desire, or if youth had reached out to people again, it didn't work. It came on television and it didn't reach out to people at that point of time for whatever XYZ reason.
But I think youth is very relevant in today's time. The topic it catered to.
It is, and also if it was on an OTT platform today, if that released, it would probably do wonders. It was not for television at that point of time.
Yeah, it was way ahead, because at that time our television was still in the
exactly. It was still transforming. There was only 24, and they were doing something new and different, and which was again a remake of a show, but still there was an attempt at doing something new on television. And this is what was happening with youth. So for me, I think youth, in a way, what it did was, again, it might not reach the audience that well, but the people in the industry definitely notice. At least the casting directors do notice. And casting directors also at that point were a very new entity. I started, like I said,
the concept of casting directors, in a layman's term, we just have got acquired to, like, in the last couple of years, like the prominence
of what I remember, I think 2009-10 is when it started really shifting casting directors. I remember Shanu was
Shanu, Mukesh, they were like Honey, they were like those couple of people.
All these guys came in 2010. इससे पहले सिर्फ एक ही आदमी था, वो Gautam Kishan Chandani, who was a known name, and he's also kind of disappeared now, and I think he's doing a couple of films now. Anyways, so for me, what it did for me was, इस लड़के में टैलेंट है या नहीं ये पता नहीं, लेकिन अगर बच्चन साहब के साथ खड़ा है तो शायद talented हो. That kind of made a huge difference to me. And just because, and also I was playing the main antagonist of the show. It was a very powerful part in itself. So I think what it did was I got more audition calls post that. I was straight on signed for 2 films with a studio after youth. I shot for a song that never took off. I've been part of so many films that are there and couldn't really cross the line. But anyways, now thankfully things have changed, like I said. But yeah, what it did was it got me a lot more audition calls. And I used to go to auditions, walk in thinking that I'm going to nail it. I would walk in saying that, give me that. And in fact, Leela Majnu, it was literally like that. I told Sajid, I said, there'll be a lot of good looking actors around. There'll be much better actors around. No one can do this as good as I can. Just straight off. And I think when you have no one backing you, you're the only one who can do it. So it's my way of inspiring myself. I keep saying that I'm the best around, and that's the only way to keep going.
Avinash, have you realized in your last two outings, primarily, you have picked up projects where the female protagonist is helming the story, the narrative, if I should be saying it. How comfortable are you as an actor? I think you are very comfortable, if I have to say it, that you are ready to maybe, stand alongside and make it shine through with your
Yeah.
part and the way you do it, especially in Bulbul, the part of Satya. I would say it would have been, of course, incomplete how her journey has been, and her everyone knows the story, her love for Satya and how the story follows. But does it, as Avinash, make you insecure that I am not doing the central part, or I'm not, the one around whom the universe of the film involves? Because even on The Girl on Train, your part was splendid, but it was not something to be, I'll be honest, that, I'm calling it like the central poster part, per se.
Yeah. I think it's also the sign of times, and I'm glad that it's happening. The fact that it was always it's been a male-dominated society for the longest now, and the industry was a reflection of the society that we are part of.
Of course, we are now evolving and evolving for good.
Yeah, and thankfully that you see a shift where there are more stories where the female protagonists, and you would need male actors for the other parts too, right? And I just saw them as great stories that I wanted to be part of. It was just that. If I can be a little more honest, I was not very sure of Bulbul because I just found that guy to be slightly, in a very colloquial way, if I could say, I found him to be dumb. लेकिन मुझे वो थोड़ा सा बेवकूफ लगता था, and I was not sure if I should do something like this. But then the only way again to inspire myself was to play someone dumb really well also needs to be a good actor. So that was my only way of pulling it through. My only way of wanting to do it was कि dumb की जगह उसको मैं naive कर. There's a slight difference to it, that I would want him to be more innocent and naive and not really dumb. There were certain reactions to that part which I don't really agree to, but I do realize that it had an important part in expressing that most of the people in our society at present fall in that category of something where they're not really doing anything wrong, but they're still not right. And I liked
Exactly.
that fine line that he carried through. Wanted to stay with it. Unfortunately, a lot of people find him to be an oppressor too, which I don't agree with. So, I mean, it did become interesting for me. But my thought was not about कि ये लड़की की फिल्म है और मुझे ये करना है या नहीं करना. It was more about how this character is in the story. The Girl on the Train, though it's a female-driven film, everything was happening because of this guy. And I found that very interesting, that it's almost like अच्छा ये है नहीं पर ये पूरी फिल्म में यही है एक तरीके से. And he gets its moment, and I thought it would be interesting to try and do something like this. Also because Ribu was part of Youth, he was directing Youth, so he just made a call to me, and I wanted to do it without giving much of thought. ये मुझे बाद में समझ में आया, सारे लोगों ने कहा कि वो female oriented film and feminist films and all these words that are given, I really don't understand it. But it's a nice change that there are more female oriented stories happening. And I hope all the female actors out there are willing to work with me, and they're fine playing a second fiddle to them. I have no issue with that.
I would not say second fiddle. I would say that taking the story forward. As I always say, like Vidya Balan says this very beautiful line: stop calling it female-oriented films or female-driven. It's a film. That's it.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. But I mean, I have a very, there's this conversation about men and women in this specific industry where pay parity and all those conversations happen. And I understand in the larger scheme of things, but your payment is dependent on the box office that you can bring in. It is not dependent on you being a man or a woman. In that case, I should be paid equally to all the female actors that I'm working with, but I did not get it, right? It's because you don't have the box office call. So
that's a very cool thing, that the numbers you drive at the ticket window define the value of what you are being paid at the table.
Exactly, it is not gender driven at all. The audience might come for a male dominated film more than I don't know what's the right way. Also, everything that you say, you become so scared of not being politically right. But
no, I get your point that audience come because we have this hero worshipping thing in India as an audience, and which is slowly now OTT has given a new lease of life that it's not just a hero worship.
But at the same time, there were female actors who were charging more than male actors even in their prime time. Let's say Ashri Devi. Not that they didn't have a
way
fault.
before Deepika Padukone became that huge, she was always Kareena Kapoor Khan. They were always one of those key people who were getting the sum which they got at the box office.
Exactly. In fact, on television, it was always women who were paid more than men.
They still do.
Yeah, that still happens. So it is driven by commerce and not gender. And you cannot make everything about just gender and all those things. But anyways, this is not a very popular conversation. Every time one says this, there'll be people who would want to counter it. And due respect to them, I am with them. But let's be more rational in what.
Yeah, it's about. I think that Vidya Balan's line will always stay with me. It's a craft. It's a film. Let's stop getting genders. Of course, representation matters. It comes with time, but we have to stop using the terms like female driven and female oriented and female led. It's a film. Period.
Yeah, that's it. Anyways.
But I have to, before I draw the curtains to the conversation, the excitement around Dongri to Dubai, like that one project has been talked about a lot. It is taking time, of course, due to the pandemic, and how, of course, the web series will take time to flesh out. If you could give us an insight to it, because that's an exciting thing. I think that's everyone, because is right now talking about that one breakthrough on OTT, and this certainly looks like that can be that one delicious part of yours which you're savoring in. So, what can you give us on that?
I just know that I right now at this point feel like I'm cheating on my part in Dongri. I was committed to it since 2019 November, and I felt that it deserved everything from me, and I decided to give everything that I could. Said no to all the work that came to me otherwise. I gained weight for it. I was almost reached 40 inches on waist while playing it, and obviously the look is not something that I could do anything else. Having said that, it's second year now, and the pandemic, and after that the storm that came in, the cyclone. No, what do you call it? Saka. What was the name of the storm?
I forgot, but I got your gist. Yeah.
So actually the set kind of blew away in that, and the project has been pushed to now October, November, December probably is when we'll start shooting. I can't hold any longer, so I'm starting off with someone else, something else right now, and it does feel like I'm cheating on Dongri while I do that.
No, I would not say that, but I would rather say it was just the timing of it, as you have been talking about.
Yeah, but I personally like to really complete it and then move on to something else. And it's not my way of working, but these are the times, and you have to adapt. So now, like, my whole focus is to cut down on that weight, because I really can't mention much, but I'm doing 2 more projects in between. And for one, I'm playing an Air Force officer. I need to really get lean, cut down, and then gain weight again for Dongri. So it's going to be a very
the pain of being an actor, I should say.
I think I'm a fool. I shouldn't do parts where I have to make these kind of transitions, or it's so much better to just...
That question, Avinash, before closing it. What does being an actor mean to you? Is it an all-consuming passion? It just totally takes over you just as an actor. We're not talking about as a profession, but when it comes to the part, when Avinash is offered something, and however, what is the process of picking a part or per se? But should I say that it's an all-consuming passion, that from your physicality to the way, as you have just mentioned, shunning all the other work and just entering into the process of that mind of that character? How does Avinash operate on his book, on his character?
I think every part needs different kind of prep and work. Not every part needs you're all in it. But there are parts that do. And it really excites me that a lot of it I mean, even if I just look at it, and I'm really grateful to the fact that I can get a chance to play Majnu. I can get a chance to play something in Dubai, and within a span of 2 years, in the starting part of my career as a film actor. I think I feel really grateful, and these are the parts that these are once in a lifetime parts. So if I don't give my all into it, I shouldn't be acting, very honestly. Also, I think while growing up and also the way your aesthetics get shaped as an actor with the kind of films that you saw and how you trained yourself, I realized that somewhere our industry was very driven by vanity. And I wanted to make sure that I am not driven by vanity as far as my work is concerned. My vanity is only the vanity of the character that I play.
Yeah.
And which I also struggle. That's the part where I'm saying that's the artistry part of it. But as a professional, I do need to have a certain kind of vanity, and I need to find a balance to it. It will take me some time. I'm still learning to do that.
To switch on and switch off, like, you know.
But I can't be if I have decided to gain 40 kgs, I can't be showing my.
Yeah, and V Singh said it. Vaishkilji, he said it. He's like, it's impossible when you people say that switch on and switch off. If I have to be the beast and the menacing guy, I have to stay in that zone. That.
Yeah, I mean, some people are capable of doing it, and hats off to them. I'm not as skilled and talented as they are, and I find my own. I have to find my own ways of doing it. Some people can just walk in and deliver some great
moments. I think they're blessed. They switch on and they do it.
Yeah, they are, and like my parents give me ज्ञान on this कि तुम्हें क्या करने की जरूरत थी, किसी और एक्टर ने किया है, वो नहीं करते, उनको वैसा काम करना, मुझे इस तरह से काम आता है करने, तो I try and do it. But yes, eventually all you do, if it doesn't really reach out to the world, if people don't see it, then it does take away the. I mean, you start questioning, why do you want to put this kind of effort? Why do you want to give your all into it when nobody watches? So you then try and do stuff that people will watch. Otherwise, मैं घर पे अपने करता और 4 लोग देखते और खुश हो जाते. If that is what I want to do, I eventually would want the world to see it, and that's my only hope. I really want that all the effort that has been put in, आपको अच्छा लगे बुरा लगे लेकिन देखिएगा जरूर. You know, that's the only thing you want. That it's taken a lot of hard work. Please do watch it. Don't like it, it's okay. I'll try harder the next time.
But that is the point. Even if you don't like it, also means the fact that you did see it. You did took out time to say कि अच्छा नहीं लगा क्योंकि आपने देखा तो सही. So that kind of.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभी तक जितने लोगों ने काम देखा है, काफी अच्छा परसेंटेज है लोगों का जिन्हें मेरा काम पसंद आता है. So अगर वही ज्यादा हो जाएंगे तो अपने आप चीजें बदल जाएंगी. Just want more people.
Crossing fingers and putting in. Why not? Let's put out in universe that.
I wish there was a way I could be more desirable. I think if I could do that, if there was
a question, I'm not going to put you into Abhi that who are you dating and who are you doing. I would rather say that Avinash, desirability comes from the fact that he wants every one of you out there to watch his work, and that's the only earnest request he has to put out.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Avinash. Thank you for not an interview, as I call it. I don't call Let's Talk an interview. I just call it a conversation where I can just talk to the actor which we normally just don't see behind the success and the failure of a certain project. So thank you for making me meet the actor. Thank you for taking me through the journey, and thank you for putting out a lesson कि अगर हर कोई आपको चलते हुए बोले कि तुम actor बन सकते हो, there is more to it. You really got to be very, very, very mentally strong to get into the real marks of Avinash words. Just because you're 6 and you're good looking, actor नहीं बनना.
अरे तो actor क्यों बन रहा है तू? You know.
I'm going to mark this. This is my best shot to it. कि कोई चलते हुए बोले अरे नहीं.
ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं. अपने पास ऊपर वाले ने कानों के बीच में एक उसका इस्तेमाल करें. Filter things out. And I really loved it, Ankit. I have to say that I personally don't like interviews because I get very uncomfortable with it. But conversations, I love having conversations as long as it's a two-way conversation and it's not someone just answering questions, which I don't find myself. I don't think I have the place in life right now to be really interviewed or asked questions, but I'm willing to share my life if it can be inspiring On the last note, I just have a thought. I think journeys can be inspiring to people, and I know for a fact that a lot of people who listen to what I say can get inspired. My effort from here on is to be aspirational as well. So I hope next time we meet, we have a conversation, I'll be aspiring to people and not just inspiring.
I'm just waiting for this entire situation of, as we call it, the Zoom windows to get over, to meet you in person, and next time have a conversation over something which is as aspirational as we are leaving this note on. But thank you, Avinash. Thank you for opening your heart out and taking me through some tough times, because it's not always easy to go back and tap on a memory which is not that pleasant. But thank you for putting it out for maybe many people out there who are inspiring to come out here. They should be knowing that it's not just a one night or it's a one film or a one slow journey. It sometimes takes years to come to a place where you yourself can recognize yourself as an actor. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Thank you. See you.
I'll see you. Thank you. Bye.